Violence is the epitome of what we're going to be talking about today. And what sets a better example of mindless violence than Madness Combat? Madness Combat is an animation series spawned from Newgrounds made by a talented man known as Crinkles, where a bunch of grunts with floaty hands shoot, bludgeon, and stab each other to death. And let me just say, I love this shit. How gruesome it is, the aesthetic, the guns, the sick character designs, the absolute ridiculousness. This is cinema. This is pure cinema. It is a wild fucking ride. If you want to sit back and watch a good old bloodbath with a pretty sick story behind it, then this would be great for you. However, we're not talking about a Madness movie, we're talking about a Madness game, and that game is Madness Project Nexus, made by Matt Jolly and Michael Swain. Project Nexus is a 3D beat-em-up style game that takes the merciless violence you see in the series and basically makes it playable. A major upgrade from the classic version back in 2012, and just improves upon every single aspect. This game has 4 parts: the campaign, arena combat, the playground, and training missions. But we're just going to be focusing on the first 2. It's the meat and potatoes of this game. So with no further ado, we start our journey somewhere in Nevada. But in this Nevada, instead of poor healthcare and casinos, you'll find nothing but solid concrete, a red tinted sky, and multiple stab wounds in your chest. You'll probably find that in regular Nevada too, let's be honest. Say hello to Hank, or don't, he might separate your spine from your body. You never know with this guy. Hank is he's a little different. By different, I mean dangerous. I mean, this nigga murked this one guy and 31 others in the span of 2 minutes just because bro was playing his music a little too loud. To be fair, the guy was being a bitch about it. I mean, look at this. This is a perfectly acceptable reason to crash out. I mean, Hank is such a problem, such a menace, that there's a whole agency that was solely made to take him down. The AAHW, Agency Against Hank Wimbledon. He has pulled off some incredible feats. He's taken down small armies worth of specially trained agents, went toe-to-toe with Jesus Christ. Who
the fuck is this nigga, bro?
Not Jesus, sorry. Some dude cosplaying as Jesus. Killed the son.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
And died and came back even cooler, a total of 7 times. There's also his best buds, who are also gay lovers, who are also mass murderers in their own right. Despite their past, they're the good guys in the story because they're on their way to save Nevada. From what? From something known as Project Nexus. Now, in the fastest, least schizophrenic way possible, I'm gonna try and explain what that is. So, Project Nexus was made by a man named Phobos. The goal is, in layman's terms, is to find a way to recycle souls from the afterlife and put them back into bodies in Nevada. The reason he's doing this, I won't say because that's a major spoiler. But of course, this project came with some major complications. These are the complications, by the way. And of course, the project is actually being used and abused for nefarious purposes like soldier cloning and money. So Hank and the gang plan on destroying any remnants of the project to stop things from getting worse and save Nevada. Got it? Good. The story progression in this game are through missions. Missions in this game are typically access to a hub world where randoms will just come and try to kill you for absolutely no reason. So naturally, you'll feel inclined to act in self-defense. Once you get to one, you can pick your loadout and the difficulty. There are 4 different levels to this: Tourist, Normal, Tough, and Madness. Madness is the closest thing you'll get to the actual Madness movies. You and your enemies have decreased health, enemies give you less breathing room, health kits are not as effective, and more elite enemies will spawn. If you decide you want to drive yourself crazy, make sure you're prepared to make exactly 0 mistakes. One wrong move can mean a game over. It's an incredibly fun way to challenge yourself though. And honestly, you'll want to challenge yourself because the gameplay is where the game really shines. Shooting is fun, hitting people is fun, throwing things, well, that's fun no matter where you are. This game gives you a good amount of freedom on how you can deal with combat situations. And no, I don't mean having the option to talk things out. I mean the tools you can use to kill a man. The controls are exactly what you'd expect. Move around, aim, shoot. Simple, right? Right. This game can really be that simple. But there's quite a few underlying mechanics that the game doesn't initially tell you that makes you look and feel a whole lot cooler. Let's see here. Are you really out of ammo? No, you're not. You still have 1 piece of ammo remaining. Are you being overwhelmed, or do you have a big ass red reticle closing in on you? Dodge out of the way, do a backflip even. 1 tap to just shimmy out the way, and 2 taps to jump out of the way.
The nigga swung his body to the side.
Do I see you with 1 pistol in your hand? Why do you only have 1 pistol in your hand? Pick up the other one and akimbo those motherfuckers. We can't be here all day. Now, from what I've shown you, these all feel like pretty small things. But these small things are what makes you feel like you're in Madness Combat. What makes you feel like a killing machine. It also makes you a bit more resourceful, and you'll need to be. If you think you're going to be using your initial loadout throughout an entire level, then you are sorely mistaken, my friend. No matter how hard you try to conserve the ammo that you start with, you will run out of ammo. Either that or your melee weapon will eventually break. Luckily for us, every enemy you kill that has a weapon will drop that weapon. So with the amount of carnage you'll be ensuing, you'll almost never be without one. I mean, you'll at least, I don't know, have a nightstick or something. The only downside is that the guns usually have like a crumb of ammo in them. Speaking of weapons, this game has a lot of weapons you can use. In fact, this game has a lot of customization in general, and I feel like this aspect is better portrayed in its arena mode. Between you and me, when I first got this game, I completely ignored the campaign for the arena mode, because here is where I can make my overpowered Madness OC, please do not steal. You can really make your character look like whatever you want and use whatever you want. Not immediately though. You don't start off as strong and capable as Hank and the others. You start from nothing. You're broke as fuck and you hit like a wet noodle. But over time, as you do more arenas, make more cash, build up your crew, and upgrade your skills, you'll maybe be top 5 in the Madness verse by the end. Hank always gonna be on top though, we all know that. To make a character, you have to pick out an initial origin for them. These origins will have different attributes and special abilities. A lot of the cooler ones are locked until you have a certain amount of imprints, and imprints are basically how many times you completed the arena mode with the same character. So if you want to be one of those big for no reason ass niggas, you need to beat it at least twice. Gameplay wise, everything's pretty much the same. The only difference is in mission structure and the fact that you can level up and make money. Missions in arena mode are usually a series of waves you have to endure through. Once you're done slaughtering, you'll receive cash for the wave you completed and XP that's allocated to the type of skills you used in that wave. Just for example, if I worded it like a moron, if you really just enjoyed knocking people's brains loose with lead pipes in that round, then most of your XP will go towards melee. If you really like blowing heads off in that round, then the XP will go towards shooting. You like using your bare hands, then most will go towards unarmed. And acrobatic? I still don't know how to level this up. After every wave, you have the choice to safely exit the arena and head back to HQ. But if you die during a wave, you get nothing. No experience, no money, nothing. Now, if you did complete the arena and you have enough XP in a category, you can unlock specific skills and abilities. And unlocking a skill will have you allocate another point in another attribute that just, well, it just makes you better. It just makes you stronger. Now, the money is what we can use to buy weapons, get dripped out, and upgrade our base. Here's the quartermaster. He'll have everything you'll ever need. Ever. Pistols, rifles, shotguns, SMGs, snipers, swords, knives, grenades, bats, axes, a public urinal, coats, hats, glasses, goggles, body armor, helmets, some fucking rebar. What the fuck? Nigga, the price for this is outrageous. Are you serious? I couldn't tell you the amount of options you got. Just look at this shit, bro. That's not even including all the attachments you can put on your guns, the chef, the cosmetic options for yourself and your armor and your buddies, and whatever that weird nigga outside selling Fent is doing. I don't know what he's doing. But let's not get too carried away here. Remember, you start with nothing. You'll have nothing but a beanie guarding you from a bullet and your cranium. Not to mention, you'll eventually have to hire hirelings and upgrade their gear too. In the beginning, it may have been a one-man band for you, but when things get tough, you may need some people to watch your back, especially in these harder difficulties. The people you recruit will have their own name, stats, and specialties, and it's up to you to equip them accordingly. Like, are you really gonna give the gunner a katana to defend himself? Be fucking for real. You can have up to 5 of them to tag along in a mission, and depending on how well prepared and appropriately leveled they are, they could either all survive or end up fucking comatose in the infirmary. You can upgrade the medical bay to speed up the recovery process, or you might have to spend a minute waiting for them to recover, and Yeah, no, I have more important things to spend my money on, thank you very much. Also, the arena mode has its own story going on too, but, okay. Are you really surprised that I didn't give a single lick of attention to it? I'm sure it's great. I'm not dissing it, I'm sure it's great. But, I really just came here to shoot things, I'm not gonna lie. Project Nexus fills a hole in my heart I didn't know I had missing. It has everything I need and then some. Great combat, hella customization, and features all of my favorite characters in the Madness series. Which is all of them, they're all really cool. If you're wanting to play this game, it's currently $24 on Steam, and with that price, I say you get a really good bang for your buck, especially if you're a Madness fan. But remember, what I say does not do this game justice. Beat up your local boombox carrier, kill the sun, and see how fast things start to go downhill for you. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, and if you like me, I recommend subbing. Thank you, I love you all, and wait, thank you for 1,000 subscribers, baby. More content to come, specifically in November, so be ready. Anyway, see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.